But Havlicek steals it. Havlicek stole the ball. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
United to Amici. Amici powers in.
Won their sixth NBA championship.
Gibson swings. This is gonna be a home run. Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw.
Gordon Bruce Bauer, the eldest of 3 children, born to Arthur and Betty Bauer immediately after the war. No, not the Spanish-American War, was a troubled child who would grow into a troubled adolescent and finally into a troubled adult. He eventually achieved the notoriety reserved for the select few for whom one name suffices. In Gordon's case, it is the eponymous Gun. Gunn showed no early signs of promise whatsoever. He was a mediocre student who relished the tag of underachiever. If only he had used his powers for good, rather than evil. We asked several old friends of the Bowers for their opinions. Did he practice the piano like a good boy?
No, he thought the way to become a great piano player was to study the eating and drinking habits of Art Tatum and Bud Powell.
Did he dedicate himself to his schoolwork, always finishing before moving on to other pursuits?
No, afraid not. He was more easily distracted than a deer at a gun convention.
Did he exhibit the maturity and self-control of a normal 4-year-old child while playing sports?
Sadly, no. But there were times when I wish someone would go out and get a normal 4-year-old child.
Gordon's sports career always featured great sportsmanship, emotion, and intensity. Of late, most of the intensity comes from the pain in, pick one, the knee, shoulder, neck, back, hand, or eye.
Who could forget the time that Gordon was pitching for the Ridgewood High Hyenas? Realizing the pitcher is only as good as the players behind him, Gordon reacted to a muff fly ball by throwing his glove and whatever else was nearby across the diamond.
A glove? How about a can of cashews? So I was a little hungry. Who wasn't at the Apollo? He was working late, so? How about being chased across a softball field by a limping gull? Yeah, he was injured even then. Because I suggested he might have contributed to a loss. Man, he was so mad he bought a case of beer with his own money.
Gunn left the apartment for the University of Hawaii's doctoral program in psychology. So, he didn't have his master's. Yet. He was almost done. He just had to think of a thesis topic, research it, and write it. No big deal. There was a tremendous debate within the academic community regarding Gunn's ability to complete his PhD given the great weather in Hawaii. The over-under was 15 years. He made it in just 13.
Gordon was always humble. He never let the prestige of his degree influence his behavior. He did, however, let rum influence his behavior. Hence the chant leading to the recurring chant at the Royal Hawaiian Bar. It's Gordon again.
used his standard criteria for moving, latitude. He and Donna chose Florida. Soon, Gordon's history made its way to Daytona, however, and he was forced to move to Sarasota. Professor of psychology at the new college. Things were happening fast. Soon he was chairman of the department.
Gordon devised research at Disney which looked like work but was actually a way to come to Orlando to play golf with Mitch. He lived with us every other weekend for a couple years. Looking back on it, I don't know how I did it.
The history of the Apartment Invitational is well known in the sports community. An intensely competitive tournament featuring athletes in the peak of physical and mental condition. Gordon wanted that first title, and he got it. That title was not without controversy, of course.
There were still 9 holes to play when Gordon left to bat in a softball game. Some will never forget it. I, for one, am fine with it.
So, the story of Gordon continues. There would be other events, 4-ball titles, which he would confuse with 4 titles when talking to the press. There will be more moments of greatness and disappointments in the future. Mostly disappointments, probably. For AI Sports Century, this is Sean Burke.